Welcome back, eSIM Studios podcast live stream episode 107. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Taylor Bell. As we get this Friday episode rolling, I've been wanting to get this out of the way. This topic. I wanted to discuss this topic for the last few days here. Just did not get around to it. So I want to thank everybody for joining us. I would like to mention, before we get into it real quick, you can take us anywhere you go. eSIM Studios podcast. Yes, the audio version and video. Spotify carries. If you search us on Spotify, you can watch the video just like you are now here on YouTube, and you have the option to listen to it. Or if you just want to listen to it, search us, find us on Apple Podcasts, YouTube Music, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio Music app. The application Pocket Casts, wherever you get your podcast, simply search eSIM Studios and we will show up. If you miss and or join late, you can catch the replay. I'm going to trim out all the fat when this is done, re-upload it, and then you'll have a nice little replay to watch. Before we get into it, I wanted to install Gcam. I want to install Gcam on the OnePlus 12. I have a couple of phones here I'm going to install it on, but I wanted to get it done on the OnePlus 12, which is what I just picked up. I was going to do that last, but I was just thinking, damn, my camera might die. My overhead camera might die. So let's do this. If I have the OnePlus 12 here, really nice phone. We got to pull up two things. We got to pull up the overhead camera, and we got to pull up eSIMstudios.app. That's where I have the Gcam application. If you're an Android user and you have a non-Pixel device, you can install the Google Pixel camera on your Android device. Takes, for the most part, right? I think there's been one or two cases where it did not improve photo quality, but generally it will improve photo quality, right? So if you go here, if you go to eSIMstudios.app, we're in the Apple section, but check this out. And we're going to get into this, Apple's roadmap, in just a minute. But let's do Gcam first. You got all these sections here. Go down to Gcam app right here. And we'll download it. And we will install it. Now I'm going to do it on the phone while everybody's watching. Let me pull up this overhead camera. There we go. So let's do this. Let's move this here. There we go. Now, there we go. Okay, so if you go to eSIMstudios.app, go to Gcam app, select this. We have a description here of what Gcam is, where it's, how it began, where it started, history behind it, and we also have from here on out. So this specific application, moving forward in the future, I'll list all Gcam apps and versions on the eSIMstudios.app website. I also have the change logs and all that good stuff. So I also have multiple files for you to download. Look, it tells you, I wrote down here briefly how it improves the device. Man, our website looks freaking awesome on this phone. So, how to download and install. We have multiple versions here. Right, so if you don't know which one to download and to install, I have a short little cheat sheet right here. So, for OnePlus phones, usually download the code Aurora APK. For Samsung, it's pretty easy. It'll be labeled Samsung, and for other users, you can try the other ones. But basically, for OnePlus, the Aurora works best. For Samsung phones, the Samsung versions work best. What do you know? So let's go find the code Aurora, which is the very first one. Let me see if I can focus in here. There you go. Let me move this keyboard out of the way. Sometimes it'll focus on stuff that in the background. There we go. All right, so we are going to download this one right here, the very first one for the OnePlus phones. And if you have a Samsung, please do that. If you have a Motorola, or say a nothing phone. If you had a nothing phone, I would select. Let's see here. Probably the second one. If I had a nothing, which I do, and I'll make a video on that later, but let's do this. Whoops. Once you download it, yes, package installer. Yes, install. That easy. So here you go. Here's the Google camera, Pixel camera on the OnePlus 12. Now, let's get a comparison look here. Pixel on the right, OnePlus on the left. Fairly similar, pretty darn similar. It's already pre-modified. So usually when you download the Gcam APK, it's just the Gcam general app. Typically, you have to fine-tune it. You have to go through the settings and tweak the application for each and every different manufacturer, right? These are these aren't pre-modified for your specific device. As I mentioned, OnePlus already tweaked, Samsung already tweaked, so it's to where you can just download the APK, install it, open it up, and go. You don't have to tweak anything. As you can tell, pretty similar. When it comes to look and feel. Night sight, panorama, photosphere. Everything works, right? Even the settings that go across the bottom, basically the same. Put it into Pro mode. Now let's see here. That was for camera. Photo settings. Let's see if all the settings are there. Same as the Pixel. Now we're in portrait, so hang on. Let's go back to portrait. Settings. Actually, there's more settings on the one on the Gcam. So you have general mode, and you have pro mode. Wow, that's amazing. So actually you have quite a bit of options here. Now, I'm not going to go through every single one, but I certainly encourage you, if you have an Android device, look, this will work on tablets too. So I'm going to install it on my Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 Ultra. I'm going to make a video about that. So if you're interested in installing it on a tablet, I'll upload the video today or tomorrow. And then I'll also show you how to install this Gcam and what the photo quality looks like. I'm going to do a comparison test between the OG Pixel, where the OG APK is from, or the OG app is from, and then I'm going to compare the photo qualities to the Nothing phone, Samsung phone, and the OnePlus phone. Now, I'm also going to do individual comparisons. So I'll take the Gcam that's on this OnePlus, and I'll take photos between the stock camera on here and the Gcam application on here, and basically see if there's a big difference, right? So I've been using Gcam for years. I was using it back when you had to flash it in recovery. That long, when you had to flash a zip. Probably 6 or 7 years ago started using it, so I'm pretty dang familiar with it. And look, and if you want a little more, if you're interested, maybe you wanna download it, try it, but you're still not sure, go to our eSIMstudios.app website. I spent a long time compiling that, putting everything together, the history of it, how it works, how it improves each and every setting, each and every photo. It's a nice little guide. And again, from here on out, we're on version 9.2. It's Gcam 9.2 version 10. But here on out, moving forward, I'm going to continually update the section on our website, eSIMstudios.app. And I have change logs. I have everything you need to do. In fact, when I probably this afternoon or tomorrow, I'm going to add the specific files you need, the specific APK or app you need to download for certain devices. I have OnePlus on there, Nothing I don't have on there, but I need to put on there, and then I have Samsung as well. So I'll put a section for Motorola. I'll put a section for I'll look for to see which versions are best with Sony. Nothing is the same as OnePlus. But yeah, so as you can tell, it actually has more. Now look, just to let you know it works. I like to do mine 16:9. Although I don't want portrait. I want regular photo. Is my rotate on? It is now. So I have that with the stock camera. Let's try one with the regular camera. Just point and shoot. Now, it may be hard to tell from this camera, right? It may be hard to tell from this camera. It looks like it's hard to tell. It's gonna be hard to tell from this overhead camera. It's just not that good a quality. Let's see. Let me see if I can zoom in. There we go. Almost. Oh shit. It's almost too bright, right? Let's do this. Let's take one more. Watch. Ready? This time I will focus. Alright, that's with stock camera. Now let's go to Gcam. Whoa. I don't want poor shit. Huh. So you have telephoto, ultra wide. Let's see. That should be good, right? About that's too wide. There we go. It's perfect. So you basically have the pixel camera. Now let's see. Now here's how you can tell the difference between the photos. Wow, so the Gcam, if you can tell right here, the Gcam application appears to let a little more light in, because just from not looking at these bottom photos, right? So just these top four, the two brighter ones, it's a shade brighter, is this outside and this outside. That's Gcam. The two pictures inside, that's the stock camera. So here's Gcam. Right there. Damn, it's hard to tell. Yeah, you're not really gonna be able to tell. There's a difference when you're looking at it. It's, trust me, I'm looking at it at the naked eye and looking at it on the monitor. It looks jacked up on the monitor, just because of the way the lighting is. But on the naked eye, photo does look better with the Gcam. Now let's go to this one. That's stock. That's Gcam. That's stock. That's Gcam. You can kind of tell the exposure in the monitor, right? Because it's kind of washed out. What you're looking at it right now. Anyways. Am I going to get this to work? Probably not. I'm going to have to make a video. I'm going to have to take a bunch of photos outside, different lighting, videos, right? It has video camera as well. So if you're interested, if you have any Android device, hell, I've even downloaded and installed the Gcam app on my Pixel device. Yes, that sounds stupid. I have two Pixel cameras, but I've done that in the past to see if it really makes a difference. And it's too close to tell, which means probably sounds about right. But if you've never used Gcam before, it's been around for years. Again, I've used it for years. I'm going to test this out. Just wanted to let you all know that if you are interested, I'm going to put a link in the description, or simply go to eSIMstudios.app, right? So check this out. I have it right here. Boom. Go to eSIMstudios.app. Hit up the menu section. Scroll down right here. Right there. I describe it. Tell you what it is. History, where it improves, right? The quality, a little screenshot to show you what it looks like, some things to know, how to use it. Basically a camera app, pretty easy. But look, again, there's multiple APKs with this 9.2, version 9.2, or I guess it's version 10. So you might not know which ones to download. Have no worries. I have that figured out for you down here. It explains everything, right? So I'm going to continually add to this as each new version comes out. And again, this is cool. This APK is cool. It's better than all the others because you do not have to modify the settings when you install it. It's already modified for you. So you don't have to do anything. Download, install it, open it up, and go. So in the past, I'd spend like 30 minutes tweaking all the settings. Yeah, it was a waste of time. Now, you just install it and go. So tomorrow, I'm going to spend most of the day taking photos, compiling photos, and then I'm going to put a video together for everybody and really see if this Gcam thing makes a difference. I think it does. Thank you, Ashton, for joining us, sir. I really appreciate it. Hey, Ryan, how's it going? Possibly. Where's my S24 Ultra? That's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to install this Gcam app I just added it to our website, so I haven't really had time to. What phone did I put it on? I put it on one of my Nothing phones to test it out, do all that stuff, and then I added it to the website. I'm gonna install it on every single device this evening, and then tomorrow morning, mid-morning, I'm gonna go take a bunch of photos on all my different phones, and then I'm gonna come back. It should, yes, it will. Take better photos in certain situations. I'm not gonna say yes, but probably in every single, like if you compare, it's not gonna have every single comparable. Let's see, where's my camera app? So it's not gonna have every. Wait, let me show you. S24 Ultra. So it's not going to have every single option that your S24 Ultra is going to have. Again, it's going to be a carbon copy of the camera app from the Google Pixel. But remember, they're world renowned for their cameras, right? So it will work, and I can guarantee you there's some shots that will look better. But we'll figure that out tomorrow. If you want to go ahead and install it and give it a go tonight, you can. Or if you want to wait for me to test it out for all y'all, we can do that too. And I'll this time tomorrow I'll have the results for you, and I should have a video up by the time I live stream tomorrow, just to give you a good comparison video. So. We'll test it out. How about that? I can't give you a definite answer right now, just because I simply don't know. But I'll test it out for everybody. Daniel, thank you for stopping by, sir. Appreciate it. Yes, I'm glad you caught one too. I'm definitely glad you caught one too. We'll do another Amazon. You know what? I do have cases too. Whoever wins. I'm trying to think. Should I do a case in the Amazon? We'll figure it out. Let's get into. I only got about 20 more minutes left, so if y'all can hang on for a few minutes, let me show you something cool. Then we'll do a giveaway. Let me show you something really cool. I've been dying to get to. Yo, Daniel. This phone is badass, man. I really like this phone. To be honest with you, I have not spent a lot of time on it. I literally. You can tell it's still asking me to set up the phone. I literally just transferred apps over. I haven't signed into anything. I haven't really messed around with it too much. But, wow, is this a badass phone. And, that's the thing. Watching all the reviews and reading the reviews and publications, I could not find... Here's the thing. I could not find one negative review. Literally everybody was like, holy shit, this is a badass phone. Oh, I traded in my S24 Ultra, or I traded in my Pixel, or I saw something. They got rid of their phone to get this, and they said they've never looked back. So I was thinking, wow, there's got to be something to this, right? I don't think normally you'll see one or two bad reviews, even if it's regarded as a good phone. You'll see somebody say something negative, or say they had a bad experience with it and they returned it or sold it. I could not find one person. Like, literally, I was like, can I even find a bad review? And I was on the hunt to find a bad review, and I could not find one. And I know why. This is a freaking badass phone. The operating system's fast. Cameras appear to be great. It's awesome. So I'm gonna mess around with it. Definitely sign in this evening. I'm gonna walk around, take some photos, start using it a lot this weekend, and then I'll probably have a not full review, but semi review probably next week. Just going through the options. You see, I haven't signed into anything, and they dumped all my apps on the home screen, which pisses me off, but it is what it is. I love the way it feels. It's nice to have a rounded edge phone, screen. but it is what it is, right? I ordered a bunch of cases. So I'm gonna do a bunch of case reviews this weekend. So thank you for the suggestion. Definite. Oh, I totally forgot. I still have the 12R coming in. Damn. Well, I mean, that's good news, but I totally forgot about that. And I ordered that on accident. Okay. I want y'all to check this out. So I've been wanting to talk about this, or at least discuss it, for maybe a week or two now. Let's see here. If you go to eSIMstudios.app, yes, look, it is a web app. You can install this on your computer as an application. You can install it on your home screen on your phone as a regular application. I update it every day. I got my YouTube channel, podcasts. I have news articles. I have tutorials, guides, applications. It's basically like a one badass tech application all in one, right? I got everybody covered in this thing. So if you go to Apple News, and I have deals. I just put really good deals on PCs earlier today. I got everything on here, right? Everything. So that being said, go to Apple. Check this out. I compiled a article, the future of Apple. So we basically have their roadmap for the next, was it 4 years? Which is a long time in the tech industry. Long time. And now, look, things can change. I didn't want to put stuff that I was unsure about. And if I was unsure about it, I'll let you know, hey, this is not signed, sealed, and delivered. They're starting production, but I know that they're working on something in the background to put it out here in the future. This is some cool stuff. Now, y'all know I'm not an Apple fan, but I'm happy to see them progress. It seems like they've been stuck in icebox for the last 4 or 5 years. iPhones look all the same every single year. Now, of course, they change an action button, or the dynamic island. That's not changing. But they will. They're working on a lot of cool stuff, and it just newsflash if you did not know, Tim Cook, Apple's CEO, is set to retire here in a year, 18 months, relatively soon. And don't think all of this, all these big changes are just blooming out of nowhere. I mean, it's not a coincidence that when he steps down, whoa, all this stuff starts changing. They start looking like they're going to play catch up with Samsung with these foldables and do all this cool stuff. That's because they're switching CEOs. That's because the new CEO, now he hasn't been announced. There's been no announcement. He's relatively younger than Tim Cook. I think he's in his 50s. Very energetic, a go-getter. Complete opposite of Tim Cook. How Tim Cook's very reserved, very buttoned up, and doesn't say much, right? This guy's kind of the opposite. Now he's not a loose cannon like E-Flag. The greatest update in history. We have shiny buttons. I know, right? It's like, yay, you get an action button. Cool. Yeah, you want me to upgrade for that? Really? That's the thing. I remember, when was it? It was when the iPhone 15 came out. It was Peter Rosenberg on Hot 97. I remember Ebro asking him, hey, iPhones are out. You going to get them? And Rosenberg was like, no iPhones. What's new about them? And I think Ebro said, oh, no, maybe a new camera or something like that. I don't know. Peter Rosenberg was like, no, I'll pass. They're the same iPhones every year. Ha ha ha. You know how his laugh is. It's like, wow, they've been stuck in this mode for a very, very long time. So as I mentioned, It's not a coincidence that when you get a new CEO, stuff starts changing, right? And I might pull his name. Damn it! I should have had his name ready for y'all, but just know he's younger, more energetic. And I don't think Tim Cook. I think you kind of look. They're sitting way up top on the hill, right? They sell. I think, what did we say last week? 184 million iPhones sold, just iPhones alone. In the year of 2023, 184 million iPhones. Now, yes, they'll sell just because people need new phones, and especially here in the US, where, let's face it, when you upgrade, most people upgrade, right, in a carrier store. Quite the opposite outside of the United States. In fact, most people outside the US get their phones from the manufacturer. But let's move forward, right? So let's see. I have everything laid out in a timetable, but we're not going to go through I'm not going to read everything off to you, but we're going to go through some of the highlights. And yes, the iPhone is their bread and butter, biggest seller. It's basically what makes or breaks. I'm not going to say breaks, but their staple is the iPhone. That's what they're known for, right? That's probably their highest revenue product is the iPhone. Now, pressure. I think this comes at a very, very important time that they get this ball rolling, because look at what Samsung's doing. Look at all their competitors. Now, you could say, competitor? What competitor? You know, they sell 10, 15 times what Pixel does. Now, Samsung's not that far behind, but they're far behind. However, never say never. In 5-10 years, Samsung could overpass Apple in sales. That's why I think Apple's really getting a kick in the ass to get this cool stuff going, right? You want to get your potential customers excited. When's the last time you were excited, right? Like E-Black said, when's the last time you were excited about an iPhone release? Honestly, I was thinking about this the other day. Do you remember when they were when people would line up outside the buildings for these iPhone releases? Didn't that seem like ages ago? When was that? I think the last one, iPhone 10, no, maybe not even iPhone 10, probably iPhone 8. I mean, it's been a long time. So where are we? September 2024. So this upcoming September is when they're going to release, obviously, the new iPhones, right? So not much is going to change. There are some changes, and we will go over the pictures the roadmap in detail. Basically going to be the same. They're going to look the same. Actually, they're going to look older. The iPhone 16 Pro and iPhone 16 Pro Max are going to look identical to the 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max. They're going to turn back the hands of time. Tim Cook said, "Whoa, not on my watch. We're not going to move forward in the future. We're going to go back, because the iPhone 16 and iPhone 16 Plus, what do you know, are going to look just like an iPhone 10. And I'm not even joking. Let me see if I can pull this up. I had it in my, where's this picture? Damn, I wouldn't delete it. Give me 1 second. Oh, let me show you something real quick. Got it. All right, so check this out. This is your iPhone 16s. So the Pro Max on the left, Pro in black second from the left, and then you got your, what do you know? No, it's not an iPhone 10. That's an iPhone 16 and 16 Plus. Yes. Wow. So the only major differences this year, they're going to make the Pro Max ginormous. They're going to bump it up to a 6.9-inch display, bigger than the S24 Ultra. And the S24 Ultra, the Samsung, is huge. You cannot use it with one hand. And this iPhone's going to be bigger. Now, the 16 Pro, which has typically been a 6.1-inch display, they're bumping this one up to 6.3. So you will see bigger screen sizes in the Pro and Pro Max. You will not see a screen size change in the regular 16 or 16 Plus, right? Now let's go back to eSIM Studios.app. So let's continue on here, right? You're going to have new Apple Watches, yes. You're going to have a new Apple Watch Ultra, right? You're going to have new AirPods, right? But on that front, nothing major is going to change, right? AirPods still going to have the stem earpods, right? The watch still going to look like the Apple Watch. Now let's get into late 2024, early 2025. This is when Apple's going to introduce that M4 chip that they just recently launched with the iPads. This is when they're going to implement them into the PCs now, or MacBooks, right? Or iMac desktops. Kind of surprising they released it in an iPad, but I think they released it in this iPad seriously because of the new Snapdragon CPU. I think Qualcomm's put a little pressure on them because you always see in this Snapdragon X Elite CPU launch, they're always comparing it to the M3. Oh, ours can beat the M3 in performance and this and that. You didn't hear them say M4, did you? That's why. I think Apple released it so fast. They wanted to push it out ASAP, right? Because they knew they wanted to have the best. They didn't want, when Qualcomm announced their new Snapdragon X Elite CPU for computers, they did not want them to have bragging rights. We have the fastest CPU in any computer, because that's what it would have been. So Apple is like, one-upped you. All right, well, let's release this M4. And they released it in an iPad, which they've never done before. But you'll see that same CPU released in MacBooks. What is it? Mac Mini. They put the M4 chip in the Mac Mini. I've never really wanted a Mac PC or MacBook. The Mac Mini looks cool though. Especially with that M4 chip. Oh god, you'd be set for a long time, right? So that's the end of 24, mid 2025, right? So let's move late into 2025. This is when stuff kind of starts heating up, right? So you get more MacBooks. You got a MacBook Air, right? Same M4 chip. They got to put that M4 chip in everything. You're going to have new Mac Studio, which all the YouTubers want, except me. But I think that one costs... They have one that's like $8,000, $10,000. It's insane. MacBook Pro. Okay, yes. Products without a release date. So these are products that were given the green light. They just haven't put a release date on these specific devices, right? So you're gonna get a new Apple TV, new AirPods Max, iPad Mini, low-cost iPad. So they're gonna make a iPad SE, if that makes sense. Probably a good idea, right? Amazon sells those dirt cheap tablets. I think it's a good idea for Apple to sell the iPad Mini SE, or however they want to call it. Home hub device, a new display. So they're going to have a new monitor. That's going to come out late 2025 for everybody that likes those. Products in development. So these are products that are currently in R&D. These have been given the green light too. They're just not as developed as stuff that we just previously talked about. Again, more an iMac Pro. And again, this is all on eSIMstudios.app. So if you see something here that I'm kind of skimming through, you can go check it out for yourself. And now here's the interesting stuff, right? Again, all this stuff is cool. iPad SE, MacBook, yeah, but let's get into iPhone, right? So, Apple is working on a foldable iPhone, or I guess technically, yes, it's foldable, but it's going to be a flip style iPhone, right? So, Apple's working on a iPhone flip that might be between 7.5 and 8 inches display, meaning from here to here. How they measure it too is from one bottom angle. So if you're down here on the bottom right and go all the way to the top left, that's how you measure the screen size. It's not top to bottom, it's bottom angle to top angle. A 7.5 to 8 inches. Now remember what I told you. The iPhone 16 Pro Max this year is going to be a 6.9 inch display. And I told you that was really big, right? Well, this one's going to be a 7.5 to 8 inches. Now, that seems insane, doesn't it? Like, why would they do that? Well, they changed the aspect ratio. So if anybody's had a Samsung Z Flip, they're tall and skinny, right? Tall and skinny. So you can use it with one hand. It'll have a nice big display. It'd be like a 22 by, what will it be? 22 by 9 aspect ratio, maybe 23 by 9 aspect ratio. Something like that. All right. So they're set for a launch date. The information I got here says 2027, but I've heard rumors that they want to get it out earlier than that. So 2027. So let's see. 24 would be the 16. 25 would be the 17. 26 would be the 18. I've heard for sure they're definitely going to have a iPhone flip by the iPhone 18, which is in 2026, but possibly next year. I believe it was next year. Yes, would that be the 17? Yes, 17. And look, stuff can change. Like I said, right? Nothing's set in stone, but they are working on it. They have internally given that the green light. So you will 100% see an iPhone flip here in a year, 18 months, 24 months, something. It is coming down the road. And guess what? We're also getting a foldable iPad, a foldable MacBook, even though that's already technically foldable. And what that means is you're basically going to have two big ass screens, and you'll have like a virtual keyboard, more like an on-screen keyboard, like for your phone, right? So be like having this, like working with two phones like this, where the bottom screen is a keyboard and the top screen is your monitor. They're to fold open. I'm sure you could fold it open to a big ass tablet monitor and hook up a keyboard to it. So all that's in the works. They've patented. Apparently they have a no crease hinge. For all the Apple users watching that are not familiar, everybody in the Android world that has used a foldable Android phone, Samsung phone, there's a crease, right? So when you open it up, when it's fully open, there's still a little crease where it actually folds up. Even when you have it fully open, there's still a little crease in there. You can see if you hold it in the right light, or if you run your finger over the screen, you can still feel it. It's been that way for years. It's gotten smaller and smaller and smaller every year, but they just haven't gotten to zero. No crease, right? It looks like Apple's got it. They patented this. They've been working on it for years. Apparently, we reviewed the patent, was it a month ago? So it looks like they got it. Which once they got that, it was a green light. That's all that they were waiting on. They were just waiting on them in their R&D department to come up with some kind of foldable hinge that wouldn't leave a crease right there. You see where this is? So when you open this thing up, there'll be a little crease right in there. Let's see. You're also getting Vision Pro 2, which is probably good, right? You've seen a lot of... They were real hot when they came out with the Vision Pro. And then it was plagued with bad battery life. It was plagued with not many apps, right? Only a handful of apps. And it was heavy. So people were, their neck was hurting and getting sore after a couple hours of it. Only lasted, from what I hear, 3 to 4 hours. Or I think most people said around 3 hours. And it's just not enough. Something that costs that much. So they'll go back to the drawing board. They will improve upon everything they got dogged out for, and it will be better with version 2, just like with the Pixel Fold 2. Gonna be much better, much better. The first version was cool, but I know to stay away from first generation products. Always wait to the second gen, never get the first gen. iPhone Flip. Now this is a mock-up, this is a rendering. I don't believe it's going to have a little screen on the outside, guys. This is just a CAD rendering of what it could look like. I mean, look, they're going to look pretty similar, right? It looks almost exactly the same as Samsung's phone, flip phone. Actually, what I would like for them to do is what Samsung did, which is put a full display on the back here as well. That's what Samsung did with theirs. All right, so it's more interactive. When you have a little screen like this, it's just good for a clock, for notifications, and that's about it. Like, it's so small you can't even really change the song or the track or anything. When it's the full size of the back here, that's when you can actually, it's really cool. With the Z Flip Samsung phone, you can have it closed. You don't even have to open it. You can use every single app in the phone while it's closed. So if you just pull it out of your pocket, you can just boom, do what you need to do, send a little quick email, change the song. It's really cool. So now Apple may take a page out of Samsung's book and release something like this, and then wait to give you the full display on the back, a year or two down the road, when they could have done it in the first place already on the first gen. Now, check this out. So these are internal documents. These are real internal documents. I did not steal them from Apple. Somebody else did. So don't get me in trouble. But these are taken from the Apple office, right? So let's look. So here's the iPhone roadmap on both charts. You see the Apple iPhone roadmap up here? And these are, let's see, standard models. They're different roadmaps. They have different information on them. They're similar in that standard models are going to be on the top row, and the Pro and Pro Max are going to be on the bottom rows, right? Now, this has to do with the display. You can tell standard models on this top row, notch, meaning it's going to have a notch. Pill means it's going to have the dynamic island or the little pill cut out up top. And look at what we got up here on the top right. Under panel Face ID. Very interesting. Now let's go to the Pro models. Notch, pill, under panel Face ID. Interesting. Now this one doesn't have a year on it, but this does. Now, as you can tell, it's the LTPO. That just means for your screen, basically refresh rate and a variable refresh rate on your screen. The standard versions won't get it until 2025, it looks like. Anyways, that's not important. Let's look at the years. This one's more probably detailed as far as a better time frame for everybody viewing. So we're at 2000. Now this is a year behind. They actually pushed back. Damn it! They actually pushed back their. Oh, there we go. Their sequence. So as you can tell, 2023 right here 2024 here on iPhone 16. Now here's what I have not gotten confirmed. We do know. Here's the thing. I don't believe this is right. This one, under panel Face ID. I don't believe that's right. I could be wrong, but I hadn't gotten anything confirmed. I've been told that they're going with under display Face IDs, meaning yes, the camera that's going to scan your face, instead of being a big ass notch or a big ass hole on the top of your screen, is going to be under the display. Yes, under the colors, under where you swipe down. And this is not new. Samsung actually has they're foldable, not the flip. The foldable that opens up like a book actually has a under display selfie camera. Xiaomi, the Chinese brand, actually has an under the display camera. Now, we should have had that introduced a couple years ago to basically every phone. The only reason it's a late adoption by these manufacturers as far as putting under display selfie cameras, is that it's not 100% clear. It's pretty damn close. If you took a selfie with a camera that you can see that actually has a cutout up top, and if you took a selfie with a under display camera, pretty damn close, but it's not quite there. Now, that's why I don't believe this 2024 iPhone 16, the Pro models are still going to have the dynamic island. I think they pushed that back another year, because I've been told, or I've got information that says they're going with under display sensors, selfie cameras, next year. That's when they're going to introduce the under display. Look, this roadmap was probably designed back in 2021, 2022. So it's a couple years old. And as you know, in the tech world, a couple years is a long time. Like, a lot of stuff happens in just 1 year. So they pushed back the under display selfie cameras, right? But you'll still have a pinhole. Remember, the Apple's got two for all the Android users watching. You have like more of a 3D scan for the Face ID, and then you have another one that's like a proximity sensor, right? They're gonna put the selfie camera under the display, yet they're still gonna have a pinhole on top of the screen for the proximity sensor. And then I've been told, going into and past iPhone 18, there will be nothing. It'll just be 100% screen. So you'll slowly see these notches, these pills, these holes at the top of our phones start to slowly go away year by year. They're going to introduce iPhone Flip, what I think for sure by iPhone 18, but I think they're going to surprise us and introduce it next year. I don't know for sure, but I think they are. I think they got something, and I think they're it's all systems go. So very interesting. I have all that information and more on eSIMstudios.app. I have to run, so let's do a giveaway. If you're watching this anywhere else, I got to do my giveaway on our eSIM Studios YouTube channel. Believe StreamYard, they haven't updated their giveaway tool yet, have they? Yeah, so if you want to enter, we'll do a $20 Amazon gift card. How about that? So if you would like to enter, come over to our eSIM Studios YouTube channel. I'll give everybody a few seconds and simply enter in the chat. What should we do? Hashtag gift card. We'll do the same one as we did last time. Hashtag. And I can simply email it to you. Just like I got Ryan last week. I shot him. He won. You won 2 of them, right? We got him his gift cards last week. So here we go. Let me share the screen. Come on. There we go. So if you see down here, hashtag gift card. So put that in our eSIM Studios YouTube channel, our chat. Simply you type, that's all you got to do. Just type hashtag gift card and then email me soon after. I'll need you to reach out to me. And I can email it to you. So let's do a giveaway. Giveaway Fridays. And let me see if I got anything else. Hang on. I'm going to put my SIM, after this live stream, I'm going to put my SIM card out of my S24 Ultra and put it in this, put it in this OnePlus phone. Is everybody ready? In fact, let me check my 12-hour shipping real quick while y'all... Let's see. Damn, that's crazy. Okay, sorry. Is everybody ready? OnePlus. Let's see where it's at. Damn, I did expedited shipping on that 12R, and I don't even think they sent it out yet. I ordered it last week. Where are we at? Come on now. You ready? Oh, it says shipped. Oh, wow. So they did ship it. Good. I should get it tomorrow. That's good. I'll get the 12R tomorrow. Sweet. Okay. Dead ass. Okay. All right, let's do this and I'll get out of here. Yeah, you're very welcome. Awesome. We got a good chance to win one today. So, is everybody ready? All right, let's go. All right, Daniel, definitely. Get you a good Amazon gift card here in just a few minutes. I think, yeah, I got your email. Oh yeah, email me. Let me know your Amazon, whatever email you have linked to Amazon. I'll send that to whatever email you want me to, basically. So I'll get that out to you here in just a second. So woohoo. Yes, sir. That's a good way to start a weekend, right? And Ryan, come back next Friday, and you'll have a good chance of winning something else, right? So we'll always do. Ah, man, you just missed it, literally by 30 seconds. Come back every Friday. We do giveaways here. So whether it's a Wi-Fi router, whether it's cases, Amazon gift cards, eventually we're going to give away phones. We're going to give away earbuds. In fact, we have given away earbuds. All sorts of cool stuff. So join us every Friday. Join us every day. But every Friday, we do giveaways. So that'll do it for the live stream. I got to get out of here. Remember, you can always hit the replay if you missed anything. Or basically all the news we cover anyways on eSIMstudios.app. Actually, you can go to eSIMstudios.app and catch the replay there as well. I don't think they play commercials on there either. So it may be benefit to y'all if you don't have YouTube Premium. So I'm going to get out of here, guys. I got to run. And Daniel, I'll get you, let me know what Amazon account you want me to send it to, the email, and I'll get it right to you. So join us tomorrow. It looks like I'll have the 12R tomorrow. And I'm going to go test the Gcam application on all of these devices and compile a nice video, and we'll see once and for all. Ryan, I'll let you know. I'll put it on I'll install it on this on my S24 Ultra, and we'll see if it takes better pictures than the stock Samsung camera app. So appreciate everybody joining us. And same time, same place tomorrow, guys. Thank you. Peace.